Welcome back to Octopath Traveler 2. In the last episode, we started up the journey of the dawn. We are currently in the Felsun ruins, and we've already gotten 10 journal fragments. These fragments, they are kind of like recapping the character storylines, but in the perspective of this guy and his brother are like watching everything unfold. We'll go ahead and read some more here. This Journey of the Dawn, there's no battle theme, as you can tell. You just hear this eerie music, and you fight these shadow creatures.
This is the end.
I know no cure for evil.
Got to restore Oswald's SP. Okay, Journal Fragment 11. Here I am, grand old Timberane, just in time for the coronation ceremony. Word on the street is that an apothecary named Trousseau, obviously that's Cassie's story, that was her funnel boss, is going to reign on the parade with a storm infused with shadow energy. His goal, and I quote, is to extend a hand to save all in need. What a nice notion. Let's rewind the clock. It was 1 year ago that Trousseau lost hope in the future and started down this path. He was out gathering medicinal herbs when he stumbled into Lost Seed. There he met Claude, who gave him the Book of Night. Claude was disappointed with the encounter, it seems. He had swayed Trousseau to his side. So that's why Trousseau became evil. Okay, it all makes sense now. Because he was a good guy. They portrayed him as a good guy at the if you saw those like flashbacks or whatever. And then he became evil. Seriously? 1 second. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, he became evil, because of that Claude guy. The Book of Night made him evil. He had swayed Trousseau to his side, but I couldn't persuade an apothecary in the man's company. For a grateful sign, he told me that this other apothecary's eyes were filled with a motherly strength, deep wells of kindness that bellied a since fierce determination. What was her name again? Oh yes, Cassie. Okay, so Claude tried to get Cassie to turn evil too, but she didn't. She stopped Trousseau, saw the people of Timberane to safety, and even dealt with the poison rain. As if that was enough, she also managed to mix up medicine that could combat the shadow on the spot. Claude's intuition was right. Cassie is someone to keep an eye on. Our brother will need to know that we have another dangerous potential wrench in our plans. Journal Fragment 12. I met a merchant today in Clock Bank, an honest fellow with laughing eyes named Particio. Wait a minute. The first journal we read was that girl. And she was mentioning that she was going to become a Hold on just a second. We can go back to this one. Hold on. This one here. Finally got hired as a scrivener in the Delta Times. So this person's a journalist. We met that journalist girl in Partitio's chapter. Is that who this is? Is that who's writing this journal? Is that girl? I forget her name. Interesting. I guess we'll have to figure out later who it is, but it might be that girl. I don't know. It's kind of weird if it is. He's boasted that he'll rustle up 80 billion leaves and buy the rights to the steam engine from its current owner, Mr. Rock. Then he'll give the technology away to everyone. When pressed on why, he said things like this should be shared with the whole world. Partitio confuses me. If I could borrow that ruthless Rock's words, it is human nature to take from others and give unto oneself. Despite his noble declaration, I'm sure Partitio will prove himself no different from the other slime. Greed and self-interest will win out in the end. They always do. Still, I'm vaguely curious as to how his story will play out. I'll follow this Partitio, though I'll keep my expectations low. Placing your faith in others only gets you betrayed in the end. Does it, hold on. I wonder if it shows... I wonder if I could find her name. It just doesn't make sense for her to be like the villain, though. To be behind all this. But I don't know any other journalists in the game. Except for that girl. I was trying to find her damn name, but I don't know if it says it on here. Was it Ori? Was that her name? Yeah, I think it's Ori. Let me write that in real quick. Type that in real quick and see if that's her. Yep, that's her. There's no way she's behind all this, though. There's just no way. That'd be like a Vince Russo swerve. Vince Russo write this game? For those of you who don't know that reference, you'll have to figure it out. WWE fans know what I'm referencing. My brother made a deal with Harvey. Craft the Book of Demons, an evil tome said to be imbued with the magic of Darkest himself. Why, you ask? Well, dear diary, because we need it to restore the lost Darkblood Grimoire. The rub here is that neither my brilliant brother nor even Claude knows how to make this tome. Thus the need for Harvey. The one thing my brother does know is that the remains of Darkest are a key component. And this person that's writing these journals is always talking about their brother. Like their brother is a very important person to them, apparently, because they keep mentioning their brother. So they hold their brother in high regard. When I shared that vital tidbit, Harvey smiled. That's all I needed. It sounds like he was already most of the way there. He's a valuable asset, so we'll do everything we can to assist him. Harvey has an unhealthy obsession with a scholar named Oswald. Yeah, tell me about it. Now let's call it what it is. A severe inferiority complex. Harvey told me he'd gladly give up the Dawn if meant he could best a man. Yeah, for Harvey is completely crazy. Imagine hating somebody so much that you do evil experiments on his wife. We let Harvey read the Book of Night in order to pull him into our intrigues, but honestly, I think it wasn't necessary. That bottomless well of envy in his gut, properly manipulated, would likely have been motivation enough. Besides, I don't trust him. No normal person can fathom that twisted mind of his. Yeah, twisted mind's an understatement. Perdicio's gone and done it. He is gone and done it. Gone and done it. He's humbled a rock and actually wrested the rights to the steam engine from that greedy tycoon. So it's nothing compared to what he did next. He actually gave it away, just as he said he would. Things like this should be shared with the whole world. He's lived up to the grandiose statement that grandiose statement and then some. The heat of his passion even melted Rock's icy heart. I didn't think the desert sun was hot enough to do that. So taking a step back, what Perdicio did is impossible, unimaginable, inconceivable. I've observed countless people in my time, and to date, every one of them is motivated to varying degrees of self-interest. True. I've also seen that with people in real life, like literally everybody, including myself. I ain't saying I'm anything any different than anybody else. People are always willing to step on others to achieve their own interest. True. But Perdicio, is he truly different? Is he someone who can at last transform this dark, ugly world into something wonderful? What do you think, brother? We all have that, but if you're nice the majority of the time, that's perfectly fine. You're a good person. It's all that matters. If you do bad every now and then, well, everybody else does bad too. And that's just my thought process. Try to be as good a person you can every single day. That's all you can really do. Welcome to my humble castle. That was how he greeted me when I arrived in Lost Seed. So this person's mentioned Lost Seed twice now. In one of the other journals, he was talking about Lost Seed. Before he took me on a casual stroll through that rotting mausoleum of a town, I struggle not to gag on the stench of death and decay. Yeah, that place is pretty weird. All the while, him smiling and breathing deep, as if taking in the airs of a tranquil mountain meadow. This ghastly man's name is Claude. Oh, so Claude's the one who... who we met in Throne. Yeah, in Throne's final chapter, yeah. So that's who gave the Book of Night to Trousseau. And he is the descendant of the infamous Archmage Darkest. Okay, so Claude's a descendant of Darkest as well. Wow. It is said that his notorious grandfather gave him a taste of the blood of the malevolent god of darkness, Vidi, frighteningly enough, while he was still in the womb. As well, the man is blessed with eternal youth. With the blood of Archest and Vidi, or Vid, whatever, within his veins, Claude's fate was to become the dark god's vessel, and yet he rejected this destiny, and instead chose to pass that honor on to his offspring. For our part, we don't care who the vessel is, just that we have one. Claude, however, seems to have preferences in the matter. Preferences, fa. The man sired countless children with countless women and set his progeny at each other's throats. Yeah, the black snakes. To the bloody victor goes the ultimate spoils. I shivered as he looked me up and down, his eyes seeming to pierce my very soul. It was as if he was seeking to plant a murderous seed inside me too. When he handed me the dark blood staff, he told me that the woman who stole it for him has a lot of potential. His words, my purpose and lost seed fulfilled, I hurried out of there. I can't wait to hand the staff over to Arcanette and let her handle the cathedral's sacred flame. Whoa, you see that spirit? Dear Diary, today I met Pet Richor? I don't know how to pronounce that. The woman known as a Dark Hunter. I'd introduced her to Professor Harvey several years ago at Arcanette's request. She was talkative today and had this to say. I met Arcanette when I was young, and it was then that I swore myself to her service. Ever since, I have hunted for her and her alone, even slain the legendary monster known as the Guardian of the First Flame. Guardian of the First Flame? That was the boss from Octopath Traveler 1, right? Hold on. I remember that. Yep. Yes, I remember this thing. Yes, I just looked it up. That was, what's her face's... I forget the cleric in part 1. I forget her name. But that was our first boss, I remember. It's weird, I can remember a damn boss battle, but I can't remember I can't remember the cleric's name from part 1, though. But I remember the boss battle. This is so interesting, man. This is like one giant mystery, and I love it. I love a good mystery. Who doesn't, right? I hunted people too. At the time I came to possess the dark blood bow. Once again, my lady has use of me, so I shall gladly obey. Okay, so this person's under under the control of her. Like, this person's in service to a lady. I nodded along, and when she was finished, she showed me a monster. This beast, which she had captured on Totohaha, looked out at me with eyes filled with loathing for all that walked on this earth. I asked her what it was, and she told me the result of years of brutal conditioning and a healthy dose of Harvey's science for good measure. The result of an abomination crafted through repeated and horrifying experiments. Yeah, we fought some experiments in Oswald's, I think, 3rd chapter. And not it again. A soul this steeped in despair would surely prove to be a great source of power. It was either chapter 3 or 4. It seems that leaving the flame of Totohaha in her care should prove no issue. Yeah, see, there's that spirit again. See, it's right there on the right. I can't believe it. How did Perdicio turn that economic desert of a town into a hopping commercial hub? The business ideal of his was inspired. I must admit that watching Auron's department store come to life woke something warm inside me. I told Perdicio that the world's filled with people groaning under the weight of 1,000 problems. It is fresh ideas like this that bring a ray of joy into troubled lives. For once, I really truly meant what I said. I should never have poured my heart out in public like that. So my declaration was proof that he's cracked my emotional defenses and convinced me to gasp, believe in him. In my defense, he's really something else. Before I knew it, I was promising to help. Truth is, I'm excited to see what magic he'll pull out of his Protetio hat next. Guess what, dear diary? This is the first time I've ever helped someone for something that wasn't directly related to my mission. Let me stop for a moment and also appreciate the fact that he convinced the Auron to invest 80 billion leaves in him. 80 billion. The question is, will Protetio prove to be a man of integrity? Will he really use those leaves to help the world, not just to line his own pockets? Just a little bit longer. Only a bit mine, I find myself needing to see what he does next. But yeah, I think this is the best part of the game so far. I'm not even lying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, or 12. Yeah, we have them all so far. 17. We have 17 of them. I don't need this on 2 characters. I don't know why that's equipped on 2 characters. Do I have extra experience equipped? Yeah. Alright. Statue of Alaphan, the Scholar King. Their words carved into the base. O inheritors of our will, let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart to chase away the darkness.
Are you my next patient?
Fire. Burn weak.
I wasn't expecting that.
Sacred flame has been doused. Perhaps it can be rekindled with something. The statue of Befelgan, the traitor. There are words carved into the base. O inheritors of our will, let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart. Chase away the darkness. Mirror shine. What mirror? Two gods gazed upon the sacred. Gotta use it here, I bet. Brightly shining mirror. A blue flame is reflected within. I thought we'd better use it here, but it's not letting me. Huh. Interesting.
Are you my patient? Now then. There.
Flames burn bright. That's how it's done.
Magia.
I am in your
Thinking
debt.
time. Indulge yourself. Study harder.
I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do here, guys. I'll be honest. Let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart. Yeah, but I try to use it and it doesn't work.
Let the show begin.
It's kind of stupid. I don't understand. I'm trying to use the damn mirror and it's not working. There's something else we're supposed to do here.
Here I come.
Very well.
Let the experiment begin.
My turn. May I have this dance? Now then.
Hmm.
Let the show
So
begin.
weird.
Oh dear.
Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, guys. You saw I tried to use the damn mirror and it didn't work.
Let the experiment begin.
I guess I'll have to look this shit up, I guess. I'll have to be standing in a certain spot in order to use it. Some stupid shit like that.
Here I come.
Where was I?
Wanted to save it anyway. I gotta make sure not to save over those other files though, it could screw me over.
I suggest you get out of my way.
Time to shine.
I guess I'll head back over there and see what...
Are you my next patient?
To work.
Life is too precious to risk. My turn.
What does it say? The two gods gaze upon the sacred flames dais. What if I use it over here? What does it say? The same thing? Oh, it's a cloudy mirror, but then when you go over here, it's shiny.
Let the show begin.
To work.
Yeah, it could be by this, but I try to use it and it doesn't work. I guess I gotta look this shit up, man. Why is it gotta be annoying for? Why can't it just work? It seems like it should work, but it's not. Give me a second, guys. I'm looking it up. Oh, you need Timonos and Throne. So I need Throne in the party, that's why. Okay, makes sense, I guess. I guess I'll make her my arm master then. Because we're probably going to have to fight a boss, I bet. That's what I imagine is going to happen. So yeah, fleet. I guess I'll do summon strength since I'm going to be using that instead. We want peak performance, upgraded accessories, deal more damage. Actually, I probably don't need deal more damage, but definitely want summon strength. There it is. I was looking for it. Where'd it go? Okay, summon strength. Upgraded accessories, of course. At peak performance. I'll just put Fleet Foot on her as well. And then for her, we want peak performance. I'll put that on her. This seems good to have. And then, and I can have the same thing. Fruits of labor. Same for him. Fruits of labor. See what I want to equip on him. Cover HP and SP. That's actually really good. That's gonna be really clutch when I do Elemental Barrage. Dancer's a pretty good magic. I guess I'll do that then. Make him sub Dancer to boost his magic. He has that as well. Raises speed and evasion at the start of battle. Let's go attack and critical. I guess I can do deal more damage. I'm assuming she'll be able to break the damage cap here. If we're throwing a equip stuff to boost attack. Yeah, Champion's Belt. It's really good. Because I'm going to be having her do the Arm Master shit. And I think the physical belt's the best. Yeah, physical belt. Alright, we're all set and ready to go here. I want to know if the seal of diffusion actually works on her stuff. What the hell? I have Timonos and Throne, right? Why is it not working? Oh, okay. Rashette and Casti. Is one of the pairs that you need. I don't know if I need it for this particular one. There we go. Sure. Don't really know what to make her sub inventor or sub warrior, I guess. Fine. I guess I'll deal more damage, I guess, just in case she breaks the damage cap. I don't know if she will or not. Okay, this must not be the right party then. Maybe Oswald and Berticio? Doesn't hurt to try. Sucks that I keep having to... Well, I should make him sub scholar or cleric. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking with that. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Just give him whatever. Does not really matter. I'm just trying to get this done. I'm not sure what I really want to... I guess I'll make him sub thief. Yeah, that's fine. Sure, Gale Feather. I'll give him that as well. Sure. So now it should work. Yeah, see, they're glowing, both glowing now. Oh, okay, these are the gods. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see how it works now. Yep, I get it now. It makes sense now. Duh. Alright, here we go. Okay, up the volume here.
Now what have we got here?
Oh, it is that girl.
Sacred flame? Here of all places?
So that girl is the one writing all that. So is she evil or what? I guess we're about to find out. I think I may have solved the mystery, guys.
Have I stumbled upon a scoop once again? Why, I believe I have. I'm glad that's done. There's no need to keep up this cloying facade. To wear the mask of a chipper, unflappable scrivener. No. Now I bring an end to this dark, wretched world. To liberate its people from their pain, their suffering, and their hatred. Just like I swore to you, brother. Together, we will usher in the night. I kept a close eye on the travelers, all while my allies and I worked behind the scenes. Until at last, I found the book I sought. The Dark Blood Grimoire. With it, I will smother the sacred flames, that they will never again light the way for the dawn. I offer this gift of blood. May the flames turn cold and dark. Mortals. Gods. Who was it that drew the line between them? The blessed? The accursed? Us? Them? Morticio. Would that we had never met. I'm sorry. Brother.
Wow. That Vince Russo swerve actually happened. What the hell? Wow. I'm actually going to make this the intro of the video. I'm actually going to do another intro and make this the start of the video. That's crazy. I actually called that shit. And I was just like, I didn't think that was the case because, like, I didn't think she was going to be evil, you know? Like, that was the last villain I'd expect would be her. So that Vince Russo swerve, as I was saying, it's just like a joke, you know? Actually came true. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and hear the travel banner, and I'm not doing it. Let me go up here and actually, is there like a screen I can hide? Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna start this episode by like, I have to do it. Like, I predicted that shit. Like, I'm so shocked that I even predicted it. Like it was kind of obvious from that first journal of who it was, but still, like, it's the villain you'd least expect, you know? So crazy. Welcome back to Octopath Traveler 2. Did the developers hire Vince Russo to write this game? Like, the swerve you're going to see in this video, for one, I predicted, and for two, it's the least expected villain you could expect. Like, there's a particular character that will be revealed as the villain in this episode that I predicted, and it's a complete surprise to me. Like I did not expect it. Like, geez, man. Like, talk about throwing a curveball. Like, the developers didn't just throw a curveball; they threw like a zigzag ball. You know, like holy crap, man. But anyway, yeah. Go ahead and enjoy this episode. I just wanted to. I did. I actually did this intro again because I didn't want to. Because it was so shocking. Welcome back to Octopath Traveler 2. So I'm actually doing this intro after the episode's already finished because something happens in this episode that I predicted, for one, and for two, it is a villain you'll least expect, or at least I least expected it anyway. But yeah, we're in the Felsun ruins currently, and we're gonna be reading some journals in this episode, and revealing the villain will be revealed later in this episode. And I made like a weird joke that no one will understand in this video. Was this game written by Vince Russo or something? And the reason I said that is because um, Vince Russo is all about the swerves, like moments in WWE that you'd never expect to happen happened. You know, like he was all about the swerves, swerving the audience, and that's what this game did to me in this episode. Like a complete swerve, like I did not expect. But yeah, enjoy this episode. This should be a good one. This will be a good episode. I enjoyed making this episode. This is probably one of my favorite episodes because there's a lot of. I love a good mystery. You know, who doesn't, right? But yeah, the developers kind of caught me off guard with the villain. Enjoy the episode. All right, let's go back to this now. We'll do the travel banner here. Wow, Ori. Heard from an apothecary in town. A woman who was found collapsed near the sacred flame and brought there for treatment. She had brown hair and wore a cap, much like a scrivener. After she regained consciousness, she simply vanished. That is Ori, it's gotta be. But if that's true, then what saved her? It appears her wounds fell just short of being fatal. She must have changed her mind just in the nick of time. She saw the worth in walking towards the dawn. Well, I could hazard a guess as to why she hesitated. I bet it was thoughts of you that saved her life. Me? Don't be ridiculous, like I'd have anything to do with that. But no matter. As long as she's alive, all's well. But just where did she wander off to? Eh. I sure am lucky that you were around to cheer me up. Eh. Our journey isn't over. We'd do well not to waste time in idle conversation. But if you must talk, then perhaps a different topic of discussion would suffice. Oswald, Thank you kindly. So that kind of. So maybe she's not evil? I don't know. Like, maybe she was going to turn evil and then she decided not to or something. Or maybe she was going to sacrifice herself or something. I don't know. I'm confused now. Now I don't think she was actually evil. I'm kind of confused now. But anyway, we're done here in the Felsun Ruins. The next one we're going to go to is Tranquil Grotto. But we're not going to do that in this episode. What we are going to do, though, is end the episode here. I don't know if she's evil or not. I guess we'll see. Now I'm starting to second guess. I guess I'll delete that intro that I did then. Gotta be careful not to overwrite these save files, though. I keep saving over a new file over time like an idiot. Need to stop doing that. Well, I'll just save them over file 1 because I want to be able to load up my past saves after this. Unless the game just goes on like normal. Anyway, thanks for watching. Later.